Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Yes, entertainment only. Yes, I still haven't reorganised my bookshelf as of yet. We'll get round to it. I'm one of these sorts of people that I have a list of things, and regardless of what's on the list, they're in a certain order and they have to get to the top of the list before I'll actually take action. As crazy as it sounds, even if it's just something like a 5-minute job of reorganizing a shelf. Okay, what do I want to have a look at first up today? I just want to mention, I haven't seen the Stephen Burns video yesterday yet. It's on my list of things to watch, but apparently he's come out today and basically said that in a couple of days' time, which will be our spring equinox, coming up on the 22nd or 21st of March, the magnetic fields will split. So that's okay. So for those that like all that sort of technical information, yeah, head over to Stephen Burns. He's very, very fascinating. Okay, now, last night I was listening to Rosie from Rosie's Insights. Yes, she can be hard to follow at times, but she does put subtitles down. And it's pretty much just you get used to it. So after you've listened to a couple of videos over the time, you get used to it. She was talking at length about DOGE. Nathan Kavanagh, who apparently so go over to Rosie's. I'm not going to touch on Nathan, but apparently Nathan Kavanagh gave a deposition, an arrogant deposition well, I suspect he's been charged with something. I haven't even looked into it. Arrogant as, and I will call him a kid, because even though he is, I believe, 29 years old, he had the emotional maturity of about 14. He was just, and I'm talking emotional maturity. Intellectually, yeah, he's right up there, but emotionally, all of the other intelligence quotants that are used aside from intelligence, yeah, he failed miserably. Pretty much, the arrogance that, his parents, ergo Fleon Muskrat, and the orange twerp will make it all go away. You can't charge me. I'm above the law. It'll all go away. I'll tell you whatever I feel like telling you, just to give you the middle finger type thing. Not going to work out for him very well. Now, I have read on these Doge people numerous times. So pop it in the search engine, and I've never seen it ending up well for them. Yeah, prison, those sorts of instances. A real takedown from their high horses. Okay, the other one she mentioned was Justin Fox. He pretty much basically said refer to the EO, refer to the EO, we referred to the EO, it was the EO, referred to the EO. So he was pretty much pleading the fifth the whole time. And, people don't plead the fifth unless they're actually guilty of something. However, the one that really interests me, a couple actually have really interested me. Nathan Kavanagh, during his deposition hearing, mentioned that he had downloaded the names, the social security names. Now, another one involved in that is Edward Courtesan and Coristin, also known as Squeaky Balls. You know the one I'm talking about. So I'll have a look at him in a minute. But Nathan Kavanagh mentioned that we stole it all. And to bypass the system, I loaded it down to my own personal phone, computer, whatever it was, and sent it to Steve. And I'm like, oh, who's Steve? Now, the surname Davis came up later in the conversation. So we're talking Steve Davis. Now, who is Steve Davis? He was the head of DOGE, 46 years of age. I believe he started at SpaceX in 2003. In 2018, he headed Fleon Muskrat's boring company. Not that sort of boring, but you know what I mean. The tunnel construction company. He became this chief operating whatever of COO of Twitter in 2022, and he is also an advisor to the Atlas Society, which really pushes the Rand RAND philosophy. So I actually want to have a look at Steve Davis, 46 years of age. Now he's got 20 years on most of the other guys involved in the DOGE team. He is married to one of those that was the woman that was involved in DOGE. What was her name? If I can find it. Personal life. Nicole Hollander. She worked with him at Twitter and is working with him at DOGE. Working with him. So obviously DOGE is still going, and they have a child between them. Now, in 2010, he submitted a thesis called The Trend Towards the Debasement of American Currency, which basically talks about 10 discrete events that will pretty much destroy the US currency. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, lovely sort of sounding guy. But I want to have a look at him. Okay, let's have a look. Now, I'm going into this fairly cold. There's not a lot of information out there about Steve Davis. Apparently, he was fired by the Orange Idiot but refused to leave. But Steve Davis. Okay, thank you. Who did he send the information to is what I want to know. So pretty much Nathan did the dirty work. He'll take the fall for stealing it. But he has admitted that he downloaded it to his personal device and then used his personal device Signal. Now, I did say a while back the Signal app is not over the Signal gate, but that's in regards to Heggs. Oh gosh, talk about an idiot. If they weren't shooting at us, the strait would be open. Well, you can't make this idiocy up. Okay, so Steve Davis, who did he send it to? Now, I've had these three cards come out. This was the first, second, and third. Let's see where it goes. So Steve Davis. Ooh, who did he send? Well, okay, he's not happy with Nathan Kavanagh for naming him. He's really pissed, actually. This was a big wake-up call for him. His name has been publicly blurted out and blared out there. Yeah, this and it's to do with the stealing. It's all to do with this abuse of power and stealing and betrayal. Now, he's going to be left holding the swords, is what I'm getting there. You've got Kavanagh and Fox in the background there walking away, is what I'm getting. Steve Davis is going to be left holding the bag, pretty much. He's just found himself tossed out into the public arena. And yeah, he's going to be in some dire straits, is what I'm getting there. Not the Strait of Hormuz, dire straits. And yes, great band, I know. Yeah, he's going to be left holding the can, holding the bag, holding the. Yeah, okay. So he's not a happy chappy. Right, at the bottom, we've got the Justice card, actions having consequences. The viral of Nathan Kavanagh, sorry, the video of Nathan Kavanagh with his deposition went absolutely viral around the world. You can still probably find it, but if not, have a look at Rosie Insights on YouTube, and she's got it in her DOGE reading, so you'll be able to see it there. What happened is that the regime then went to a judge and said, oh, this is causing all sorts of issues because Nathan's finding himself threatened and oh, well, so what is my attitude? Bring it on yourself, basically. So the video itself has been pulled, but you can still find it embedded in other YouTube users. So Steve Davis, we've got here actions having consequences. The energy he's stewing in is that justice is going to be coming for him. In the past, we've got this false victory, this false feeling of invincibility is what I'm getting here. This could also be the false victory of the election as well. I'm going to have a look at Edward Corriston in regards to that. As I said, squeaky balls, because he's been tapped as the programmer that had apparently been involved in experimental work to flip or to alter votes, alter ballot machines. Okay, so right, so we've got here been seen. He was the head of DOGE. He thought he was invincible. Let's see where it goes. Okay. I did ask who he sent it to. I haven't got that out of here yet. He was one of the, I'm just going to say, so we've got the Three of Pentacles, the energy over it. So we've got these two figures here that are instructing the younger persons. I mean, none of them are actual kids. They just have the maturity of pre-teens, pretty much. Trying to grow a hair on their chin. Is their energy, let me put it that way. But yeah, working in cahoots with, and I'm going to say with Musk, and he was the lead and he was the instructor of what was needed to be harvested, the data harvesting. I'm getting the pentacles there being data. Okay, the data creation, but who did he send it to? Right, okay. Five of Pentacles in the immediate future for him. I just heard drop like a hot potato. He is the COO of Twitter. I don't know whether he's still the head of, the tunnel construction company or not, but he's had a lot of associations in with Fleon. Now, if you wonder why I call him Fleon, it's because he is the biggest parasite on the back of the Australian taxpayer. But he might find himself discarded. I mean, they all do. Once they've outlived their usefulness, these psychopathic narcissists like Fleon and the Orange Idiot, etc., Miller, and, to name just a few, the Yahoo and Putin, etc. As soon as they've outlived their usefulness, they're discarded. Now, Fleon is distracted at the moment with he has merged all his companies, I believe, into one. Twitter maybe not, but SpaceX and his Grok and all the rest of it, and then pretty much took funding from the Saudis. So yeah, so the Saudis now have access to all this private classified military information, because his Grok and SpaceX, etc., have all these military contracts. So now, as the biggest investor prior to the IPO, the Saudis then had access to all this, all the Pentagon information. But the IPO's coming up now. I think it was Rosie that might have been Rosie, or it could have been Hogarth from Hogarth's Global Astrology that said that the IPO was absolutely going to do disastrously. So we'll see how that goes. So he's going to find himself abandoned and out in the cold. He might get some sort of miserly payout. He's now considered, he's been named by Nathan Kavanagh publicly in a deposition, he might find himself toxic and dropped. So we've got the Six of Pentacles here. I'm going to have to ask again who he sent it to, because this is not telling me yet. I just think he's going to get dropped internally. The Moon card, the secrets, trying to keep the secrets hidden, the secrets that are hidden, the emotional coming to the surface and starting the long path forward under the light of the moon. The moon can both hide and expose. I think he's going to get dropped and blabbed. Let's see where this goes. Hopes and fears is that King of Cups. Right, the outcome, the smug merchant thinking he's got his cups all lined up in a row. Russia. And then treason. Not a good outcome for him. Thinking all is hunky-dory, over-bloated. And you've got Russia and then treason. Treason being revealed with the Sun card. Wow, okay. Seeing what was coming next. Pretty much just, information. Okay, thank you. I think it went to Russia. You've got the globe here, looking at the globe, and the two wands, the Two of Cups, and then the Ten of Wands, and then the Tower card. He might try and make some sort of deal to save himself. I mean, he's married with a kid now. She's probably just as bad. She works for DOGE, but that's aside the point. Because he knows all. And then the Tower card. He knows all. Right. Delusional. With the Seven of Cups. Poor choices, smoke and mirrors, had his head turned by all these promises that were made. But Four of Swords, big stick, not liking what's on offer, Death card, and King of Swords card. He might get pulled in for a deposition before you know it. Okay, let's keep looking at this Steve Davis dude. I think he's going to get dropped like a hot potato and discarded like the scum he is. A mould on the bottom of the kitchen sink, scrubbed away. Okay, let's have a look. Steve Davis. Is he going to get called in? Well, as I split the deck, we've got, again, the smug merchant thinking everything's lined up in a row, but you've got this integrity, emotionally mature interrogation with that King of Cups. Is Steve Davis going to find himself hauled in? Steve Davis. This might be a bit of a long reading. I do apologise. Steve Davis. Is he going to find himself hauled in for a deposition? There it is again. He thinks he's all hunky-dory and got away with it all. That he'll be protected. This arrogance about them. But the challenge is he's going to find himself on the outer and tossed to the wolves. Volatile information being brought forward, probably from the Saudis, because they're not happy with the orange twerp at the moment. In the past, this is the data mining in the past that he was in control of. Right, we've got the Three of Wands at the top there. This could be the plan that was completed, and now he's waiting for his ships to come in, and there is no sign of them. No sign. It is also information coming from overseas, but I'm getting more the fact that there is no ships on this horizon. There's no one going to come to his rescue. Regret in the immediate future. 2 5s side by side, the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups side by side. Regret and loss, and was it worth it? It's all to do with Homeland Security externally, and internally it's about the legacy of this oligarchical money, the the hierarchical system that will look after themselves before. This may even be these hierarchical systems looking at who they can discard. Coming to an end. Could be, and there's another ending card. This could be when it's the ending of Fleon. But let's see where it goes. No, I think it happens before that. Hopes and fears, the 10 of Wands. He knows the outcome. You've got the orange, crusty old orange twerp sitting on the throne there. The mercenary actions that were taken. The Queen of Wands. Who's she? And the inability, the votes. I think it's to do with the votes, because this is my DNI Haynes card. Now, you're wondering who DNI Haynes is. Avril Haines. She was the the head of the Department of National Intelligence. I think the same position that Tulsi Gabbard has now, where she submits a report in regards to the security of the elections and the reliability of it, etc. The November 2024 report went to Harris and Biden. Remember them rushing back literally hours after just leaving for holidays, and the report itself has never been seen. A close look here. On the back foot, defensive, and there's that tower again. Can't seem to have a reading on these guys without the tower. Just seeing what's on the bottom as to whether to go through them. We've got the Lovers card. Some sort of contract and agreement that a whistleblower is exposing. Nathan. You've then got the Queen of Swords, the internal strategy about this smoke and mirrors, illusion, delusion. You've then got the Justice card in regards to the gift from the past. He's going to end up bruised and battered and beaten up with his back up against the wall as secrets are revealed with the High Priestess about what they spun, what they created, the alchemy, making gold out of lead. You've got the Ace of Cups. You've got the Devil, you've got the Ten of Swords. It's this Steve Davis, I think he's in big trouble. I think he's going to be hauled in, and he thinks, just like Nathan Kavanagh thinks, that Daddy will save him. Daddy will cut him off quicker than an old hangnail toenail. Okay, I'm not going to have a look at Nathan Kavanagh because Rosie did that yesterday, but I want to have it, and I'm not going to look at Justin Fox either. He basically just pleaded the fifth. These are the two that made their depositions, but these were the low-hanging fruits. These were the ones that broke easy. Right, so Steve Davis, big trouble. I want to have a look at Edward Squeaky Balls. He has a history of ballot flipping programming. Now, he's all of about 20 years of age. His grandfather allegedly was in the KGB and was killed by the KGB and was a double agent. Dark secrets coming forward. I mean, we know this. This is all very public. So I believe his mother fled. His mother's family fled after the killing of his grandfather, but he'll have some sort of vendetta against those that he will see as didn't save, protect, or betrayed his grandfather, which would be not the KGB itself, it would be the other ones that his grandfather was working for. Now, apparently, he, at the age of 16, he was hired as a programmer for a cybersecurity firm, and fairly quickly afterwards sacked for leaking confidential information to a competitor. So he has history there. Apparently, all I can find on him is he's still working for DOGE. So I'm not sure where he is. Edward Corriston. I will just double check. Let's have a look. Edward Corriston. Oh yeah, the attempted carjacking in Washington. I read on that. That was a total setup to give the orange idiot an excuse to send the National Guard into DC. Okay. Oh, he works for yeah. Where is he now? In 2025, he was a senior advisor at the age of 19 at the Bureau of Diplomatic Technology of the United States Department of State and the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA. What the F is a 19-year-old serving as a senior advisor? But anyhow, apparently he held positions at the United States Agency for International Development and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. Then he became a full-time General Service Administration employee at the top civil servant grade possible. So yeah, he's on a fairly good wicket, being rewarded, but also being kept quiet. He resigned from the General Services Administration in June of last year and was hired by the Social Security Administration in June. In August, a chief data officer, Charles Borge, alleged that Squeaky Balls and others had uploaded the Social Security numbers and other personal information of 300 million Americans to a cloud server, and a vulnerable cloud service, so not even a secure one, that risked worldwide identity theft. So just on so many levels, this idiot is just anyhow. And worked at Neuralink at some stage, so he came very early into the piece under Fleon. Okay, so what do we want to have a look at? I want to have a look at Edward Squigballs. He has a history. He hasn't been hauled in yet. Actually, I'm just going to pause you for a second and have a look to see who the deposition was made to. Hang on. Okay, so the deposition was a lawsuit filed by the American Council of Learned Societies, the American Historical Association, and the Modern Language Association. So that's an interesting combination in regards to cancelling grants for DEI. So, of course, then, Justin Fox couldn't answer what DEI was. He just kept saying refer the EO. But Nathan Kavanagh. So this is the discovery part. Okay. And apparently they were following the broad executive order EO framework that the orange idiot had signed earlier this year. So, yeah, they're dragging the orange twerp down with them himself. Video of the deposition raised the eyebrows of political analysis. Oh, look, a felony, Jane J. Mallow, a retired Marine, posted on X. Yeah, he absolutely got hammered before the video was called. So this is part of I don't know whether it's a federal or a state court case, but this is part of discovery. So those two have been pulled in. Part of discovery. Steve Davis, not going to go well for him. I want to have a look at Edward Squeaky. Let's have a look. I'll just call him Edward Squeaky. It's easiest. Okay. Four of Pentacles on the bottom there, trying to hold things under cover, trying to keep things under wraps. Okay, so he might be made an offer he can't refuse. He has secrets that are starting to come out, that are starting to get exposed with the moon card. We are in this period, is this eclipse moon season still. And the challenge for him is that he might be made an offer that he cannot refuse. You've got 3 cups here. So this might be Kavanagh, Fox and Davis testifying. So Davis hasn't been pulled up yet, but then we've got Squeaky. Doesn't want to, trying to ignore. Okay, at the foundation here, again, the 3 of Wands. Now, Kavanagh had that. Kavanagh or Davis. Anyhow, waiting for the ship to come in. You know, they conducted the plan, they completed the plan. Now they're looking at the far horizon saying, okay, where's my reward? In the past, we've got the 2 of Swords. The blind justice, blind choice, ignoring the justice. Yeah, he knew what he was doing was illegal. Now, I'm not asking about the particular ballots. I'm just asking about him himself. He has the intellect to do good, but he has chosen to use it the other way. But he is deliberately blinded himself to the illegalities of what he's doing. Crowning this reading, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. Could be the mercenary actions, or this could simply be an inability to move forward. Oh, and then we've got the Knight of Cups. Again, an offer being made. Again, I keep thinking it's an offer he can't refuse. Now, the visor on this one, first of all, the knight's a little bit more slumped over, and the visor is lifted up. So there is something here where an offer is being made, almost like a defeated offer. Okay, let's see where this goes. There's that 10 of Pentacles again. End of an era, end of a legacy, end of this oligarchical money, and internally for him, emotionally walking away, leaving. I wouldn't say he's got any emotions, otherwise he wouldn't do all this stuff, but anyhow, I suppose he does. He has his own line in the sand. We've got the Star, the narcissist, and the hopes and fears, volatile information being brought forward, the Fool going off the cliff, the smoke and mirrors, the delusional, the poor choices, the Queen of Cups bringing forward something unexpected, the 3 of Cups, the inner circle, which could be these 3 cups. So by going early, Kavanagh, Fox and Davis get a better deal potentially. Got the smug merchant again, that'll be Davis. The 2 of Cups, the verbal agreement, but then for him we've got the 5 of Pentacles, isolated, finding himself isolated and under investigation. Oh boy. On the bottom, we've got this 4 of Pentacles trying to keep things under wraps. And when I'm talking about votes, Pentacles mean votes. The military, the big stick, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, secrets being revealed. And it's the card of the day. Tower card again, treason. And the King of Swords, the orange twerp, regret. Oh, yeah, they only regret when they get caught, don't they? I didn't really mean it after I got caught. Yeah, he's going to find himself not going to go well for, okay, so Edward Squeaky Balls. Is Squeaky Balls going to be exposed as undertaking, because Fleon's not smart enough to do this. Fleon's only skill is to steal other people's ideas and sell them. He's a used car salesman. He's very good at selling the ideas. But he doesn't come up with any of them himself. And doing the original inventor out of being part of the deal. The two guys that actually started the company, Tesla, they're gone. PayPal broke up, gone. You know, he was the salesman. He doesn't actually have the skill to do the actual invention and the work. Okay, so is Squeakballs going to be outed as the vote flipper? Oh, there's that King of Thoughts taking him on. Legal action. Challenge. Well, the second one is my DNA. I'm going to say two signifiers. This is my DNI Haynes report coming out about the harvesting of the votes. We've got the orange twerp in the past. We've got regret over this. Regret, loss, cups spilt. So we've got 5 of cups, 5 of wands, the infighting, the throwing under the bus. He did it. No, he did it. No, it was his idea. You got the military coming in about the vote flipping with that 2 of Pentacles. It's one of my vote flipping cards. It's pretty much the vote flipping card. You've got, well, the hopes and fears. It could be the strength card, or it could simply be trying to shut up the orange lion. And big information coming forward, and it's going to end poorly for him with that 10 of Swords. He's going down as it is fully exposed with the Sun card. Oh boy, he's going to be made an offer that he doesn't want, to bring forward the information about what actually happened. This is my second vote flipping card. There are only 2 that I've got, and here they are both here with that 6 of Pentacles. He's waiting for, the plan was instigated. He's waiting for the ship to come in. We've got those that I only did it on the orders of Stephen and Fleon, to get the Emperor in charge, and the Fool. The Fool and the big stick, and the Ace of Cups, and the Voter, and unexpected news coming out of left field for him. Yeah, it's once the cracks are appearing, and they are, stupid Kavanaugh. Yeah, it's not going to end well for Squeaky. Okay, I might leave that there. That was a bit of a long reading, and we shall see where things go from here. Okay, love to you all. Take care.